In this film we're going to be looking at the drop zones within SmugMug and how we can kind of lay out a page. And what I've got here is a new page with basically nothing added to it yet. So to start to add content to the page, we first of all go up into Customize and then go into Content and Design. So as you can see here, it's just showing adjustments to this page and not all pages as such really. And what I'm going to be looking at is dropping different kind of content within here to actually kind of build the page successfully. So the first thing I'm going to do is just come down the scroll bar here on the side, and if I've clicked onto content, basically I can add stuff into this page, whatever I want to do. So for instance, let's go and add in a simple single photograph for a minute. So if I just kind of drag it up, and you can see now with the drop zones we get these arrows of where we want to actually drop this to. So as you can see, there's a green line to the left. That means that the single image would be dropped to the left hand side of this box, or to the right, or if I use the down arrow, it's below it. So if we just drop that there for a minute, at that point, of course, it needs something to go in there. So I'm just going to go into the commercial, go into headshots, and basically just choose an image for now. And as you can see straight away, this is kind of filling the screen, just because obviously in the photo width size here, it's basically set to fit width. But I could put this into small to obviously kind of just change where it's going to and so on. So if I just press done to that now, and let's say I want to add something else next to it, I just click onto the plus again, come back down to, in this case, let's just choose a carousel. So let's drag this up again, and with the drop zone we can see if we put it onto the right arrow, it now drops it to the right hand side. So if I just go and choose the gallery, let's go and choose commercial once more, and we go into headshots, we select that gallery itself. Now you can see that it's basically taken over the size and the shape and everything else of actually what this is here. So I can actually change that shape once more. So I could just reduce that down to say 33%, 25%, just looking at how the design element will kind of work together, even kind of coming down to 20% there. So that all kind of fits together in the same line. I've got some options here, of course, with controls, and I'm just going to kind of turn this straight away into auto scroll, into fast, loop images and randomize images there as well, switching off the navigation and just pressing done. So we've added the two parts here. Let's go and add in a text title. So in other words, you can see here it's text, and if I just got an option, either text or title, I'm going to grab the title bar, and this time I'm going to put it above the headshot. And you can see now I've actually just put that in the position. But if I just grab hold of the move tool, which is over on the top left hand side of any of the drop zones, you can see that I can now grab it again and move it to any space where I want that to be. We can also completely remove something from the drop zone areas. As you can see, this is the breadcrumb running across here. So if I just hit the dustbin, I'm going to remove that block. Yes, I do want to move it. And let's start to add in some text now. So basically, if I just go ahead and grab the text tool, and let's just drop it below the title. I'm just going to go steal some text from a page I've got just off screen there. And we're just going to return that down. And let's go and highlight the top part and just make it into a bit of a heading. Pressing done. So you can see we've got a little bit of a gap there, so that might be there's an extra space. Yes, there is. Let's press done. I just obviously must have hit the space bar when I copied the elements with it. Clicking done on that, and let's go and add in some more text. So again, once more, just come across into the drop zone content here. So it's plus text once more. Let's put it below this photograph now. So just actually hitting the down arrow. Pasting back our text again. Just moving once more, making sure I haven't got extra lines of space there. That's done. And then if we want to, we can add in a separate box. So in other words, for here, if I wanted to make this a little bit more dynamic, so in other words, let's kind of select that text, go in and actually put it as heading 4 to actually increase its size and so on. Then let's go and add a plus once more. Go and add some more text below here or to the side. Let's drop it to the side for now. And then copy in some more text. Is off screen for a minute, sorry. And just respacing it. One of the things when you're copying and dropping text into SmugMug, you will find that any kind of line spacing that you'd created before is now gone, kind of thing. So again, just be aware of that. You can kind of finish your layout actually here at this point anyway. So especially that's fine. Perhaps I'm going to add an extra line of space in there, extra line of space of that one. Just going to press done. So you can see here that we've just built a kind of nice looking page for business headshots without any real kind of work involved. If I wanted to add though another text in here at this stage, you can see by actually putting it into the drop arrow, and we just add in that same text again just for example here. You can see though it doesn't fill below this one, because obviously these two boxes are together as it were. So if you want to look at, you couldn't just drop a photograph in here. You'd have to have that specially customized as such to actually work with it. But saying that, you know, it's amazing what we can kind of really change and look and feel. So if I wanted this to look a little bit more special, in other words, actually without all the kind of space in here, all I would need to do at this point is just go up to the options. Just perhaps go and remove that, press done. Let's just go and add in a spacer. So in the design option here, we'll just go into a separator. In fact, let's do that instead. Just as a small little kind of line, as you can see in here. Obviously looks like there's some more hidden space between what's going on. That's fine, that's done. And then all I need to do is actually just go back in again here and look at what text to remove. So I just remove that there, back to the beginning, turn this down, just add in just a little bit more kind of a trigger, we call that, just to actually make sure it's actually in their face to actually do it. So just clicking done, and it's looking pretty good. So you can see the drop zones, but remember, pretty much anything that we have here, social media icons, share buttons, comments, feed, anything that is in the content block is allowing you to drop it anywhere using those drop zones, and it makes it very, very easy to see where it's going to actually be positioned just throughout the images themselves and things. So remember, if you want to move anything, if you wanted to move this photograph down to actually the bottom or up towards the top, all you need to do is actually grab and hang on to the move part and actually move this to any position on the layout that you want, and then instantly it's giving you a completely different look and feel to the way that your page is laying out using the drop zones.